Ok, normalement il y a poil. Normalement il n'y a rien de plus. Alors on va juste lui demander.
Quite right. Do seek Mike.
Are you certain you want to dismiss your companion?
Your loss.
Ok, on va juste aller récupérer Ifan, 2 secondes.
Ifan curls his lip in greeting.
So, seen all the magnificent sights of Fort Joy already? I've just got a small errand to run here. But then I'll be looking to get the hell out of this place while I've still got a neck to collar. What a team up.
La belle vie.
He
Ok, on va
gazes
faire
around
le truc.
admiringly at the
Funny boy. Stick around a while. 2 heads are better than 1. And when push comes to shove, 4 fists are better than 2, right?
He grins, sharp teeth.
Right you are. Lead the way.
Et alors, qu'est-ce qu'il a lui du
The
coup?
air out here's a damn sight better than in Fort Joy, eh?
Ifan, combien de contrats il a mené à bien?
Ifan begins counting on his fingers and muttering to himself. This goes on for quite some time.
43, give or take. Indeed. That's pretty much how I feel about it too. What else do you want to know?
Un peu de l'or, hein.
Lonely? I wouldn't think so. I went from life in the regiment, to life in the pack, to life on the road with you. I haven't had time to be lonely.
Enfin, t'as un peu laissé là quand même
He
pendant un bout
pauses,
de temps.
reddening slightly as he looks at you curiously.
Unless, wait. What did you mean exactly?
Il y a une romance?
Ifan blushes fiercely and looks at the distant horizon, scuffing his boot awkwardly on the ground.
What?
Let's talk about that another time. A time that's not, now. You know, later.
What?
As he turns away in an uncharacteristically clumsy manner, you see that his eyes are bright, and the hint of a smile hides within his beard.
What? What? Attends, eh, bouge pas, il y a de la discussion là. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? What? LOL. What? Je suis de retour, c'est un cast mis à Zaprout, je te jure qu'est-ce que t'as fait? What?
Not much, I'll tell you that. Why? What do you think of them? Faith got us into this mess in the first place. I'll wager it's not Faith that'll get us out.
Je suis un peu obligé en fait, je suis un aldéhyde donc...
Come on. Let's use brains and brawn to poke around. Our animal noses might be able to sniff out some blind spots in their surveillance.
Allons tâter le terrain. J'ai l'impression que tu veux tâter autre chose, toi.
The air out here is a damn sight better than in Fort Joy, eh?
Seeming surprised, Ifan gladly takes the drink from your hands and downs a hefty glug.
Ah merde. Ah putain, mais il est bourré avec une shot de trucs là.
That hit the spot.
He holds the flagon out to you. The alcohol hits you like the void itself. Your head spins and your feet feel unsteady. Suddenly, being stuck in a prison ruled by the despotic order doesn't strike you as the worst way to spend time.
Oh putain.
This reminds me of sharing Rotgut with Roost and the boys back at camp. Wish they weren't so far.
Oh la violence, Miyazaki.
So tell me, if we weren't stuck here, what would you be doing with your time?
Vous avez toujours voulu fonder une famille. Lopin de terre à cultiver, c'est bien aussi. Fonder une famille. Il y a une info qui est passée tout à l'heure.
A worthy dream, friend. A very worthy dream. Relic of flame. That brew went straight to my bladder. If you'll excuse me.
Lol, il va pisser partout. Ah putain, intelligence moins 3 quoi. Oh là là.
Ifan shrugs off his backpack and reaches into its depths. After rummaging around, he holds out a tattered page to you, upon which you can see a broken wax seal in the shape of a wolf's paw.
Alors, c'est très triste du coup de ça, mais franchement, je suis très très heureux de voir Ifan en fait, parce que c'est génial. Ifan, c'est génial.
Have a read of my contract and find out.
Oh! Ah oui, Alexander, directement, ok.
Loping up behind you, Ifan leans in to whisper in your ear.
Let me do the talking here. This one's expecting me.
The hooded man exudes an aura of restrained menace. As he raises his head to speak to Ifan, the hood falls back, revealing the gleaming bone visage of an undead. They speak in urgent whispers. Suddenly, the undead's bony claw pulls an elaborate crossbow from seeming thin air. It appears to be enveloped in misty shade. He proffers it to Ifan, along with a single rank-smelling arrow. Before you know it, the crossbow and arrow are tucked away in Ifan's backpack, and the conversation ends with a curt nod on both sides.
Ok.
Ah, you're back. Looking to add some weight to your rucksack?
Ifan knocks the crossbow with an arrow. He hoists it up to his shoulder, a satisfied smile brightening his face as he stares down the shadow-swirled stock. Raising an eyebrow, he holds it out for you to try.
Care to fire the first arrow from Shadow's Eye?
Ifan shrugs and raises the crossbow again. He lines up a shot at something fluffy and indistinct far away.
Le
He
shooter à lapin.
fires. The arrow soars long and far, whistling a dusky tune as it flies against the breeze. It hits a rabbit dead on, fletchings quivering with the impact as the blood runs into the soil. Ifan nods and retrieves the carcass.
This bow will help against Alexander. And so will you. A good weapon's one thing, but there's nothing on Rivellon like a good companion.
Ok.
With a smile, he claps you on the back before packing up the crossbow once more.
Friends, eh? Well, let's hit the road, friend. I'm sensing we'll need to be good weapons out here.
T'inquiète pas, on a déjà fait le ménage.
And begins to stride onwards, keen eyes scouring the environment.
C'est moi de le charger lui maintenant. Oui, oui. Merde, alors c'est pas ça que je voulais faire. Oh ouais, ça va, t'inquiète.
I'm glad to hear it. It was good to have you on my side. We showed those maniacs what's what, eh?
Tu m'étonnes.
He pauses a moment to wipe a thick mixture of sweat and blood from his brow before continuing.
I still can't believe they had the gall to attack me. It's high treason to go after a paladin like that. We're divine order, gods damn it. Our superiors will be very interested to hear this. Our Grand Master, for one. Lord Ken would never stand for this kind of nonsense.
Je sais pas qui c'est.
The thing is, people on the mainland don't know what goes on here. Never would have believed it myself until I saw it with my own eyes. But we've stood about talking long enough. And this place is no roadside tavern. It's certain death if we keep lingering.
Tu auras un moment, tu pourras remettre les liens. Ouais, je te fais ça, 2 secondes. Hop. Alors, ça, c'est le carnet de recettes. C'est le recueil de recettes que je rédige. Ça, c'est la playlist pour les vidéos. Et ça, c'est le truc du Discord. J'ai perdu. Oui, mon passé, je regarde dessus. Il n'y a pas de souci, Flub, il n'y a pas de souci. Juste un truc pour le recueil de recettes. Comme je le mets fréquemment à jour, il y a fréquemment des nouveaux trucs en fait qui s'ajoutent. Donc voilà. Ouais, on va mettre ça. Donc de pas t'inquiéter en fait si d'un coup il y a le machin et puis 2 jours après il y a des nouveaux trucs, c'est normal. J'ose même dire que c'est fait exprès. Parce que j'avance le truc.
First, I need to get the lay of the land inside Fort Joy. I was sent here to make an official report on what exactly goes on here. I don't intend to run away now. After that, though, and without the Magister's help, there's nowhere to go but the hollow marshes. They say they're haunted, but I don't believe in bogeymen. I was once told there's an old harbour on the far side of the island, and where there's a harbour, there may be a boat.
Ok.
I must be off, and so should you.
Je regarde. Ça marche, Flub.
Best
À
of
tout.
luck to you.
Bonne lecture.
You deserve better than this place.
What's this? Guards, what is this prisoner doing here?
I beg your pardon, Your Honor. He must have slipped his watchman. You! Who let you out your cell? Come along. You'll be tried when you're called.
Vous entendrez volontiers votre tour. Vous sentez que son âme est corrompue. Il inflige de grandes souffrances à beaucoup de gens.
The Magister flushes with indignation. He lays a hand upon his sword.
It's for their own good. It's for the good of us all. If you can't understand that,
Let's not be hasty, Magister. This ought to be an education for all of us. Tell me, sorcerer, what did you hope to gain by interrupting these proceedings?
Ah, de l'histoire.
Brother, do not answer. You must run. Run!
Non. Savoir ce qui se passerait. Si vous êtes ici parce que vous cherchez un moyen de quitter le fort. Les Grecs, les tribunaux devraient être rendus publics, ce n'est qu'une parodie de justice.
The judge smiles thinly.
This is more than a trial, this is an education. That should appeal to the likes of you, should it not? Tell me, what have you heard of our good work here, our holy cure? A magister is not a sorcerer. Our cure is less bloody, and rather more interesting. Would you like to see a demonstration? It was commonplace in the days of Brachus Rex, but the technology has lain dormant since then. We have Dallas to thank for her revival of the tool that will save us all.
C'est une elfe. Est-ce que j'en ai quelque chose à faire?
How to explain it? You see, with this wand, I can leech the source from within you. You'll no longer attract Voidwoken. Rivellon need no longer fear you. All this talk, why don't I just show you? Madam, please do hold still.
No! Animal! Beast! Slug! Please! No!
Moine silencieux, d'accord.
Perfection.
C'est comme si elle venait de la quitter mais sans la tuer. Vous dire que ça tombe plutôt bien. Vous avez maintenant le prétexte idéal pour le fendre en deux jusqu'au nombril. Parfait!
I imagine it's quite hard for you to fathom. I don't suppose I'd look forward to this fate myself. But you must understand, if your kind are left well enough alone, the Voidwoken will destroy us. This elf has sacrificed her source. Some might say the spark of life within her. But she has done so in the name of us all. She is a hero.
Comme sa salive, ceci est un meurtre. Point. Ce n'est pas une héroïne, mais une abomination.
I would have loved for you to have seen our point, my friend. It would have made your transformation all the more rewarding for both of us. But the Divine Order doesn't need you to understand. It only needs you to accept.
Alors, non.
Now it's your turn to repent, my friend. I'm so glad you joined us here today. Even if you can't admit it to yourself, perhaps now you realize how crucial you are to our salvation.
Ah, baston. Alors. Non. Déjà, on va claquer ça. Plus 20% de dégâts. Boum! Il y a un petit bonus ici. Bam! Sproch. Voilà, c'est ça la purge. Allez hop! Mange la purge! Oula. Alors, attendez, il y a une boudouille quelque part. Comment je peux faire? Voyons voir comment je peux faire. Non, je crois pas avoir retiré un dragon pour l'instant. T'as enlevé les...
You have silenced the shriekers and cleared our way. Yet it seems I'm in need of you again, my friend.
Ok.
You have any more miracles in you?
D'autres miracles? Oui!
We've got a boat ready to row to the Lady Vengeance. But if Alexander sees us bobbing among the waves, we'll be shark chow.
T'inquiète pas. En revanche, j'aime beaucoup ton armure. Elle est très classe. Tu veux pas me la passer?
So we split up. I take the Seekers to the Lady Vengeance. You go to the ruins and keep Alexander busy. He'll be expecting a breeze. Show him that you're a hurricane.
Alors, sachant que l'humain là, il est censé dézinguer Alexander. Donc, bah écoute, on va aller buter Alexander hein, et puis pour là.
Are you ready? We've got right on our side. A greater ally than any sulking Geist or any whinging Magister.
Davantage de temps pour me préparer. Non, ça va, on est bien. Pas besoin, t'inquiète. Je suis prêt.
A moment passes as he calculates the consequences, assessing this new
Comme
world
Braise pour
as it
lui.
opens up before him. He nods his thanks, then raises his voice.
Seekers, we move. You are Lucian's eyes.
Ouais, alors va falloir faire gaffe, il y a une truc juste à côté. Hein. Allez, vas-y, do it.
Before you stands an ancient shrine, runes carved deep into its rock.
D'accord, j'examine.
The runes are in no language you understand or recognize. The shrine seems completely inert.
Oh, ça pue. Pourtant, je suis un vieux. Hein.
You feel the source inside you swell up, filling your chest, yearning to be free. Your power flows from your chest and into your hands, green tendrils of power slithering from your fingertips across the shrine. The shrine starts to vibrate and glow, slabs of stone gliding across each other as it begins to open.
Okay. C'est très nécron toujours. Hein. Casque du tyran corrompu.
Nice.
Ok. Ah, confère la compétence purge. Oh, il y a du loot. Avec rien dedans. Chier. Oui. Coquillage et crustacés sur la plage abandonnée. Qu'est-ce que c'est que tout ce bordel?
Is that thing eating corpses?
The creature heaves through lips gummed with human gore. It turns to you with great effort, pain apparent in every movement, and madness screams from its wide, bloodshot eyes.
Ok. Oh toi. T'as pas vu le Drake, c'est qu'il y a... C'est un endroit où t'es pas allé. Oui, non mais oui, sans doute.
Quite lost. Quite lost. Quite lost. Careful, or they'll cross your wires. Now, a little query.
Huh?
Where grows the yarrow? Quickly now, for I haven't much time.
Où pousse la chilée?
The creature gingerly takes the plant into his bloodied hands. He runs his fingertips over the white flowers. His panting breath slows.
Darling, dear. Dear, darling child. Hello, yarrow girl. Can it really be you?
Pourquoi tu cherches
The
ça?
creature clenches the plant tightly. His breath quickens. He seems liable to lunge at you at the drop of a pin.
Je veux pas te la prendre en fait, je pose juste
You
une
wouldn't
question.
understand. A father's pride, a father's love.
Refouloub.
The creature begins to weep. Fast, silent tears spill from his eyes as he clutches the little cluster of flowers to his heart.
For you, my ring, part of me, name of Migo. Thank you.
Do you hear that?
Aglow with flames and glistening slime,
Bonjour.
the strange beast looks at you almost expectantly. The bizarre creature utters a series of gurgles. It seems to be gesturing towards deeper in the cavern. The creature warbles incoherently, shaking its bulk towards the bowels of the cavern.
Ok. Le loup.
The fiery slime creature looms imperiously over you and utters a questioning gurgle. The slime beast's gurgling takes on a more agitated tone.
Je comprends pas.
The slime beast growls
Mais-
and lurches forward to attack.
Merde. Alors, attends. Déjà, touche électrique. Aïe! Alors non, c'était pas prévu. Ah, chaud.
You notice a deep fissure beneath the statue's right hand.
Ah, voilà.
The stone there is a curious color, as though it was added after the statue was carved. A chunk of stone falls from the statue. There's something hidden inside.
Yeah.
Don't disturb me again, unless you've seen me go.
Peut-être être vu, voilà.
You have seen him? Tell me, where was he? And you're very sure it was him?
Bien sûr.
She inspects the ring closely.
Héros, yeah. Ça me va très bien, ça.
This can't be. You said he was upon the beach, yes? I need to have a look myself. This simply can't be.
Ça va?
Is that really you?
Little yarrow girl. Grown up, flower-headed girl.
What have they done?
Tu découvres le jeu? Ok.
Beast! Watch your mouth, inmate. You're in the presence of an honorable man.
Bah peut-être, mais enfin là, il fait la tête, hein. Héros.
Ha! I'd die 1,000 deaths before I'd see this go unpunished.
She looks at her father and manages a small smile.
As am I. There were always rumors about the hammer. Dallas, that
Ok,
is.
va falloir que la trouve
What she
celle-là.
was doing with the prisoners she hauled off to her fortress. Why they never joined the rank and file thereafter. I suppose now I know. It's strange. It almost reminds me of the creatures Dallas keeps at her side. Sometimes you hear a kind of
Espèce de bestiole
muttering
bizarre.
beneath their masks.
She reaches out to touch her father's hand. He withdraws it quickly before remembering himself and reaching out to Yarrow again.
I had no idea. What a fool I am. Wait, before you go. You've helped us a great deal today. Let me help you too. I have a little gold on me, and take this key. I'll show you where you can use it.
Oh
It
putain.
opens a door leading into the fort that may help you get out of this wretched place. It isn't too late for you. Not yet.
Merci. Alors, armure de cuir. Ouais. Bâton improvisé.
What have they done to you?
Emmaillé. Ceinture toute simple.
arrow girl?
Envoyer le nain.
It was her, wasn't it? The monster.
Don't think of the ugly now. Here I am. Here you are. Here we are.
Ok. Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette merde?
You see now? Your foul sorcery will be the death of us all.
Alexander is dead. My contract is fulfilled.
Alexander is fallen. Son of Lucian is dead. Unjust!
Well, well, quite the mess you've made here. I'm Mandy, and you're...
She steps forward, grabs you behind the neck with alarming strength, and pulls you close. She sniffs twice, her nose at your ear, then bites, piercing the lobe with a needle-sharp fang.
Ok.
Undead. I'm Mandy,
Merde.
as I said. I'm here to help you get off this island, and you're what gets some of us out of bed each morning. What do you make of that?
Merde, putain, j'ai cliqué comme un débile. Je peux pas... non.
Well, first things first.
She peers at you closely, a knowing squint in her eye.
Oula.
Tell me, which of those little gods did you meet? And what did they teach you? They're free to smite me where I stand if I'm wrong.
J'attends le coup d'éclair qui va claquer à côté.
She cocks her head and smiles.
Mhm.
Her eyes go wide.
Go on then. Show me what she taught you. I don't. Now go on. Hey, that stings.
Ah bon?
She examines her hands, where the skin sizzles slightly beneath their newfound aura. As the spell fades, the skin heals once more. Her whole body seems to relax.
Ok.
You really are God-woken. I'm happy. Oh, how unbecoming.
C'est une bénédiction, pourquoi ça lui aurait fait mal, ce gosse bordel? Bon, elle porte un nom à la con aussi, mais...
Come then, we set sail, your destiny awaits, etc. You'll have to ask the Meister about that. She's dying to meet you.
Melody beckons you to the boat.
After you, darling.
Ouais, tu vas attendre un peu.
As you wish.
The stone gargoyle trains glistening agate eyes upon you. Its jaws creak open, raining dust as it begins to speak.
You are not Brachus Rex. Welcome home, Master.
Ok. Ok.
Stern eyes and a sterner face stare into your very soul. Under the inescapable gaze, you begin to shiver uncontrollably.
Another crawling rat, tracking your stinking paws beneath my nose. Vermin are not tolerated in my house. Begone! Do not doubt my power. I merely wish you gone. You are gone. Begone!
Ok.
I'd say we should stop to talk, but I'm swamped.
T'as bien besoin. Alors attendez. Lecture. Yippee. On va goûter comme ça fait comme ça. Soit Brachus Rex. Une paire de mots-clés. Griffe du dévoreur. Tour de ce maudit tyran. Hop, alors du coup, toi. Ah, ok. Et bénédiction, padabadabada, bénédiction. Ok, ah bah nickel. Effectivement. Bénis sa gueule, que tu l'as mal mis le skill, bénis-le. C'est fait. Merci pour l'info du coup. Badger, je suis indisponible. Ça marche, Flou.
How long have I waited for this moment?
A dry, rattling laugh rises from the figure's ancient gullet.
This was a reward for doing my duty, for fulfilling the wishes of one Brachus Rex. Do you know that name?
Roi, fou de la source et vit des hommes de son œuvre dans le coin.
The figure nods grimly.
He did terrible things while trying to master Source, bend it to his will. I had a part in this, I must admit. Perhaps I deserve the flames.
Comment tu trouves ça en legit? Sachant que la seule info que j'ai, c'est il faut régler ça comme l'aurait réglé Brachus Rex. Je pense que Brachus Rex, il lui aurait pourri la gueule en fait, hein, tout simplement. Je voyais pas la pluie de sang ou quoi que ce soit. Donc.
No, I was a scholar, a librarian. Brachus sought the secrets of Source, but he had no patience for sifting through ancient scrolls and tablets.
Ouais, enfin, fallait comprendre le truc, hein. Ça, plus le fait qu'il soit béni.
I unearthed knowledge of a great power within those texts. A great and terrible power. One that Brachus coveted above all.
Mm-hmm.
The figure's ruined flesh curls into a scowl.
Long destroyed, surely. Brachus wanted no one to have that knowledge. He fed me to the flames so I'd keep my secret. He'd have no qualms about burning a few scrolls.
The figure slowly shakes his head.
I will not say. I spoke of it once and was damned to eternal hellfire for it. Were I to speak of it again, I could damn the whole world. Brachus must have failed. Had he not, the world as you know it would be gone. What I learned of could still be out there. I will not speak of it. I won't risk having another Brackus discovering it. Good! Were I to say any more, I'd only put you in danger. Leave this awful place. Go live your life. Forget about all this. It is best left buried.
Il vaut mieux que certaines choses restent enfuies ou répondre que vous avez ferme intention de vivre votre vie, comme il dit. Un peu de sarcasme ou
Shut up.
As you enter the room, you see three skeletons sitting around a table, cards in hand. They creak and turn to stare at you.
Another cadaver? Clearly we were not the only ones to suffer Brackus's wrath.
The more your skull cracks, the less sense you make, Rask. Use your sight. He's drenched in sauce.
I am sporting a face with more gems than you've mites. Brackus would see us made emperors before he locks away a prize like that. You a jailer then, darling? Here to keep an eye socket on these old bones? Aye, sounds about right. It's more than a moon cycle, and just shy of an eon, for sure. But I ain't been keeping track.
The human undead leans in, studying you suspiciously.
You're not one of Brackus's brood. You're not Gratiana's pet. Then why do you disturb us?
The creature yearns for our secrets. Did I not say that word would spread of our genius?
Even after the maggots took your tongue, you still talk too much. Silence your jaw.
You pretend you have never heard of the progeny of Rask? Of the devilish weapons I crafted for Brackus Rex when I called him Lord? You see, even the gibbering humans have heard of me. They know that no other weapon could stand against mine.
Oh, truly, Rask, your brilliance knows no bounds. Perhaps this century your genius mind will come up with a way to escape.
By my scales, Tamsin, must you go on? Brackus locked my inventions away with your toys. Had I but one of my creations, we should be free of this place. More than mere weapons.
Parce que je sais qu'il les a enfermés là, c'est Brackus.
War wagons, every tool Brackus needed to bend the world to his will.
Les chariots de guerre, ça m'intéresse ça.
And the torture chambers. Brackus loved them beauties. Not quite as much as Gratiana did mind. You should have seen her face when she landed us in them.
I'll never forget the smile she wore as we died. And our spirits sealed away in those soul jars.
Donc Gratiana, elle a récupéré sa truc. Hein.
Destroying the soul jars that bind us here. There is no other way.
But beware. They are found in a treasure vault guarded by traps of a cunning not seen in 1,000 years. They...
By the horns of Valkyrie, you design one reasonable trap and won't shut up about it for centuries.
Ouais, enfin, ton piège, il est un peu merdé, je suis là. Hein.
And thine were better. Couldst thou have brought forth such cunning use of light?
Oh, mine did not constantly disintegrate the labourers building them.
The fault was in thine zombies. The worms in your skull follow instruction better than they.
Brackus a caché leurs âmes dans une salle gardée par des pièges qu'ils ont eux-mêmes conçus. Mais what the fuck?
With the joker, that man. We design a fault of brilliant cunning and he hides our soul jars in it. As for us, We get a tower with gargoyles, tough walls, and a tougher lock.
Ok, donc ils peuvent pas se barrer parce qu'ils ne peuvent pas sortir magiquement ou quelque chose
We
comme
have
ça.
spent centuries trying to escape this tower, but our power was too weak. There was no hope of freedom.
Voilà.
At least until your gorgeous self opened the door. Now we just need the source from your pretty little corpse, and then we're free.
On peut peut-être discuter. Oui. Éloquence, force, les toisés d'un air arrogant. S'ils pensent que Bracus est un sale type, c'est qu'ils ne connaissent pas encore vos malédictions. Non, 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 non. Je vais leur demander d'attendre. Je vais leur filer leur jarre.
1,000 years I've had to listen to prattle. No, it's time to act.
Oh, mais vous êtes chiants, les mecs. Ah, bon.
The jar seems quieter now. It sits still.
Ah, c'est ça.
The jar shatters like glass, but a spirit rises from the shards like smoke. The ghost of a dwarf bedecked in necromancer robes winks and blows.
Beautiful. Thank you. My death waits.
Please just stay dead.
Déjà, tu veux un claque. Voilà, très bien. Oui, mais va chier. Utiliser.
The pictograms on the jar stand fixed and still. You see a shape emerge from the ruins of the broken jar, a lizard in the finest necromancer robes. It grudgingly nods at you as it starts to fade from the mortal realm.
Farewell to flesh. Farewell to bone.
The jar stands before you, cold and still. A human spirit slips from the ruins of the jar. Decked in necromancer robes, she turns to you, bows, and starts to fade away to nothing.
My eternal thanks, young one. Oh, timely death.
You don't look lost at all.
Pas du tout l'air perdu. Je ne suis pas perdu, non?
Sarcastic me? Not at all. I'd never be sarcastic me. Oh no, not in the least.
The rat's eyes widen.
I don't know anything about this place. Nor do I know anything about a blood rose, or a witch, or some dead people. Oh yes, that's right. I'm so going to give you all the information you want, while you do nothing for me. Look, I don't have a problem that means I can't tell the truth, and I don't want you to help me fix it.
It makes a face that says, understand? The rat gives you a grave and meaningful look, inviting you to listen carefully.
I don't think the problem is in my head, and further to that, I don't think the problem could be unscrambled by the use of sauce. I can categorically state that a short, sharp shot with something of a magical persuasion would absolutely not solve my problem immediately. And I do not invite you to look at the subtext in what I just said.
The rat gives you a long stare that tries to say, that's not true. It fails. The rat sobs.
I'm not unhappy here. I'm not desperate for the sweet release of death. I don't want to sleep forever in the pure truth of death. Don't help me.
The rat breathes a long sigh of relief, closes its eyes, and steels itself for what's coming.
Dead. I suspect that's what it wanted all along.
Voilà. Il n'avait rien sur lui, le connard.
You approach the still body and see its nostrils flaring. Long dead eyes rise to meet yours. As you lean in close, it lurches forward. Its arms thrash against the cage bars as it tries to reach you. Looks like it hasn't been fed in a... The air around the glowing... As you stretch towards it, you start to hear whispers in the back of your mind. From the corner of your eye, you see dark shadows rising. As your fingertips brush the surface, the whispers turn to screams. Your fingers burn with cold as you pull them away, and you can feel a darkness twisting in your gut. The rock bounces harmlessly off the surface, not leaving a mark. The relic crackles against your power, but as your magic subsides, you see it's done nothing. It will take more. The hum of the relic grows louder, and bright light starts to spill from its runes. Cracks start to spread across the surface, and it shatters like glass.
Okay.
You approach a decrepit well, and stare down into its toothless black mouth. No sooner has your head crossed the rim than weak voices begin to echo from the depths.
Thirst, dry throats, drink, water, water.
Mm-hmm.
The well remains as dark and dry as it was, and still the voice... The well is now filled to the brim with fresh, cool water, but what it has brought to the surface quickly evaporates any wish you may have had to quench your own thirst. You see the tangled remains of 3 corpses, a mixed mass of bones and skin from which 3 skulls protrude. They address you in unison, their voices a drone-like blend.
We thank you for the water. We bless you for the water. We thank you for the end of torment.
Souffrir de la soif, c'est atroce.
The king, Brachus Rex, the madman with the crown. Wrath and terror. We displeased the king. The truth we spoke. His fortune told. No divinity would he be. And so he entangled our bodies and cursed our throats. Smoked the brothers of Baladur.
Baladur, Édouard Baladur? Enfin là, dans la flotte, c'est plutôt Balamou, quoi, mais...
We thank you for the water. We bless you for the water. We ask you for a fair. The fair, the toll, the levy. The people of Baladur must be buried with coin. Coin for the pathkeeper that leads the dead to the kingdom beyond. Spare us coin. Grant us coin. The more you pay, the further the pathkeeper takes us. Ancient things cling to our bones like earth to roots. They will be yours for coin. For coin. Sweet Savior. Friend of death and fiend of life. How much will you give? We thank you again. We bless you again. The wealth of the depths is yours. Pathkeeper, keep us. Pathkeeper, guide us. To the long-awaited kingdom we will go.
Laden with the burden of the coin you gave them, the brothers of Baladur sink back to the bottom of the well. Whether they will find their kingdom or languish in the dark, wet depths forever, you cannot foretell.
Un aéroturge, 2 nécromanciens. ce machin là. Qu'est-ce que t'as toi? Un nécro, un percept, un invoque. Yeah. L'anneau glorieux, il va remplacer l'anneau glorieux je pense. Hein. Ok, l'anneau glorieux, alors on a 6 et 6. Écoute, hop, tu vas prendre celui-là. Hein. Un art de la guerre et machin là, art de la guerre. Alors, l'art de la guerre il est sympa, c'est pour ça que je le garde comme ça. Plus un fripouille, plus un chasseur. Est-ce que j'ai vraiment besoin d'un chasseur franchement? D'un fripouille, je sais rien. J'en ai pas vraiment besoin. Ah non, que bon, hop. Ok.
The well is now filled to the brim with fresh, cool water. But what is it? You see the tangled remains of 3 corpses.
We thank you for the water. We bless you for the water. We thank you for the end of...
Ah merde.
We are the brothers of Baladur. 3 brothers, 3 sages. The king, and we thank you for the water. We bless you for the water.
Oui, mais je peux pas te le donner.
The fare has been paid, and the well is silent. A rare speck of peace in a hostile land.
Alors attendez, il y a quelque chose à faire là. Il y a quelque chose à faire, attendez. Oh loche. Je vais filer à loche. Non, tu vas juste tout filer. Esther merdera elle. Je peux me le permettre, hein, j'ai de la thune, c'est pas un problème.
The well is now filled to the brim with... You see that...
We thank you for the water. We bless you for the horror. Yes. To die first. The king. The wrath and terror. And so we thank you for the fair. Spare us all. Ancient things.
Ok, prix demandé, 150.
We thank you again. We bless you again. The wealth of the depths, past keeper, keep us.
Laden with a burden of the coin.
Ok. Alors, corde dorée, 2 châtiments, 29 PV, 3 esquives. C'est massif quand même. Hop.
The well is now filled to the... You see that...
We thank you for the
Ok.
yes, the king.
Quel titre?
Wish granters, dream reapers. We
Ok.
thank you for the fair. Spare us all. Ancient things.
Ok, on va payer 150. Eh, du bon matos hein, pour 150 balles. Prophétie.
Laden with a burden of the coin.
Terminé. Ok, prophétie, 17 d'armure, un concile de fripouille, 34 PV. Ah bah voilà, on va pouvoir compenser la fripouille. Et toi? Voilà, ah bah très bien, on va... Quel prix? Qu'est-ce que... Combien? 150. Merci. Très subtil. Continue, terminé. Hop, on va tout redonner. Tac, tresse ultime 22, un châtiment, un troc, un porte-bonheur. Ouh, le porte-bonheur c'est cool ça. Ah ouais, parce que la TK je m'en fous un peu. Alors, tresse ultime, on peut déjà comporter à l'entrejambe. Sinon, 22, 2 châtiments, 1 PV, 3% d'esquive. Non, non, troc et bidule. 3 de porte-bonheur, on est pas mal. Et les mains du tyran. Ah, voilà. Oula. Voilà les gants. Alors, les gants, qu'est-ce qu'ils font? Plus 1 à 2 mains. Cousus avec des tendons et rembourrés de cheveux humains, ces gants portés par Bracus Rex en perçant dans le jet de vie s'étrangler un nombre incalculable de prisonniers dans les geôles de forgeois. Ok. Ouais. Pourquoi est-ce que je sens qu'il y a une couille qui va me venir dessus? Enfin bon, on va voir.
Ah. Been cursed.
Maladie -2. Ok. Ah ouais, putain, 56 points de vie en moins. Ah non, 46. Ah ok, c'est un peu vénère quand même, hein. Mais ouais, elles sont pas dégueu quand même, hein. Plus 1 à 2 mains, c'est cool ça. Ça m'a pas l'air très très jojo ça. Oh là là, ouais, ça m'a pas l'air jojo du tout. Ok, petite sauvegarde fait plaisir. Alors, ok, qu'est-ce que... Fils de la malédiction.
A purple barrier hums as you approach, sealing a chest inside a circle of ancient stones. These are the dissonant notes of a curse. If you wish to open the chest, the barrier must be destroyed first.
Ok.
Sand spills through the cracks of the old stone circle, like an hourglass without end. The symbols will curse anyone that dares near.
Imagine on pas été dissipé, ok. Non, ça n'a pas l'air de... Oui, on va... Où est-ce qu'on aurait quelque chose? Bon, alors là, la question c'est, est-ce que je fous la main là-dedans? Où est-ce que... Ah, attends. Non, 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 non. On va faire mieux. Merde, j'ai plus de... Voilà, toi. Tu vas me bénir ça, s'il te plaît. Boum!
A one-armed skeleton clad in a pristine coat unfolds himself from inside the chest.
Ok.
He rolls his neck, aligning spine and skull in a long, crackling chorus.
Speak. Captain Sex Zapper,
Ah!
Slaver of the Seas, servant of the Source King. Thank you for your help, do I? Now, I'll thank you for your life.
La deck, j'ai une grosse dextérité. Merde.
Stop that. Now. Fool. Take what I want from your raw corpse, will my men. Your death is beneath my notice. Rise and be worthy.
Attends. Loz, est-ce que tu peux lui causer?
Removed your collar, dog. Look at you, so pink and soft and weak. I pity you, but Sceptre the Ineffable has no patience for weakness. Laughing in the faces of my enemies, of course. Little do they know, the most powerful sorcerer the world has ever known scuttles on their very shores. This power is my birthright, same as yours, but one of us has grown to astounding heights, and the other has sunk into depths too humiliating to describe. Pity. Sorcerers dance while magistrates pull their strings. Fools all! Their tomfoolery won't save them from the destruction the void shall wreak upon them. But of course, they'll happily dump your maggot-ridden corpse into the sea when they're through with you. Ha! Of course, precious. But which is worse, the cure or the disease?
Comment ça, cible non valide? Merde. Bouc. Aïe. Pince de crâne. Oh merde! Ici. T'as besoin juste un... Ouais, ouais. Comment ça, elle a pris des dégâts? Allez, le loot. Alors, arc elfique magique, armure en peau de serpent, c'est de la merde. Oui, de la thune quoi, mais... Enfin, c'est pourri ton truc là. C'est que ce machin de oui. C'est châtiment. Ah putain, ah oui, d'accord, ok. Regardez, ouais, bonjour.
Now, teleport me down to the ledge behind me near the tree stump. I'll bring you right after. Oh, we're almost free. Can you taste the ale? Oh, the scent of home.
T'as plus un rond. Nique-toi. Lowe's, est-ce que tu peux le TP tronc d'arbre niveau 1? Ok. Est-ce que tu peux venir là? Est-ce que tu peux le TP ici?
Now, come towards me. I'll teleport you down. I just need to see you clearly.
Bah oui. LOL. LOL. Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé, putain? Bah en fait, je l'ai téléporté, ça allait, il m'a envoyé un truc dans la gueule et moi, bah châtiment, bah remange tes dents en fait. Hein. Ok, voilà, prochaine fois, on va aller s'occuper du dragon. Et en attendant, on quitte pour ce soir et on va aller dormir. Je suis fatigué. Du coup, je vous dis une très bonne nuit et je vous donne rendez-vous mercredi pour du worship et on va continuer sans aucun doute le donjon d'Holbuck. Du coup, je vous fais des bisous et je vous dis à mercredi, que le rhum soit avec vous. Bon week-end!